Hello, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. It's Creative35. I think this is his second entry into the Hall of Fame. He's in his VK1602 Leopard here in Karelia Assault Defense. 2 artillery apiece, 1 scout in the enemy team and 2 on his. A lot of mediums. As a matter of fact, the enemy team doesn't even have a single heavy. They don't have any Marriott heavies either. They just don't have heavies. And his team only has 2, so a lot of mediums and TDs. It's going to be interesting because these are pretty mobile teams. But it's also somewhat of a choke point map. You have fight for the hills and you fight for the middle, so. It seems like in the Hall of Fame the PZ38NA and Lux wars have turned into VK1601 wars now. And Creative35 isn't in it yet, but a lot of the people who have multiple entries in the Hall of Fame in European theater have created a team together where they use it to set up platoons with each other. Because they all have their own clans, so they couldn't set up a clan, they just set up a team. And they spend a lot of time platooning together and playing scouts together. And so even though they're competing for high scores and Hall of Fame entries in these various tanks, a lot of times they're playing together and they're all friends, and it's fun. Matter of fact, I started playing on the European server this week. I had to get 50 battles in to be able to post over there. So I went back over there and built out and climbed up the German ladder until I got a Lux, and now I have a 1602. Just to surprise them, and now I go over there and platoon with them at least for a little bit every day. Fun to play with. It's nice playing with people who sometimes when other people play really stupid and something bad happens, they laugh. They don't go crazy and yell and scream. They actually laugh and think it's funny. So. He's moving around just trying to get spots for his team. Oh, there's somebody right below him. He's proxied, so he's going to have to look out. I'm trying to figure out what the offensive team is doing because they haven't shown up on the northern hill and they haven't really made a strong presence to the south. So it's like, I mean, they're supposed to be attacking. They're over 2.5 minutes into the fight. They haven't really attacked yet. Now they're finally showing up to the north, starting to show up to the south. This is going to be tough because his team is just camping spawn, which makes for tough victories. They're already behind a tank. When you try to just defend from circling the spawn, you make it so much harder on yourself. Now they've pulled ahead. He's tried to spot down this one approach corridor. They have no idea he's here. He's not shooting. He's just going to sit here and let his team shoot for him. M4 for some reason decided to pull out into the open. And he dies. He would have done much better just to stay where he was at and use Creative35 spots, but he felt the need to get more involved in the fight and paid for that with his life. Back to a 1 tank deficit right now, but it's pretty well in hand at the moment. Half the battle is almost gone. They're holding their own so far. Being penetrated up the middle. They really want to get that guy out of the middle because he's going to light everybody up, and it's just not going to end well if he stays there. He's waiting for him to peek around the corner. Gets decent damage. The Jagdpanzer is going to finish him off, I believe. Yep. They're down 3 tanks now, though. I'm telling you, that tank up the middle messed them up. It almost created the loss. It did create a deficit, but they finally managed to take him out. Fire, death. And now the odds are turning in their favor as long as they play from positions where Artie can't hit them. It's 3 against 2 plus 2 Artie in the back line. So Creative35 is going to go out and move about, see if he can find where one of these last 2 attackers are. There he is. I know there's 4, but the Artie's not going to attack. They're going to try to bop him on the head. Absolutely no need to be overly aggressive here. They have to attack to win, so you can just have the luxury of sitting back and letting them come to you. He's going to pull out in the 100, now he's shot and gets the kill. And now things have switched totally in their favor. They know where the E2 is. The Artie certainly aren't about to go in the TD mode and try to attack. There's only 2 minutes to go. Enemy team lost their chance to get a win. But now we're left with a situation where it's suddenly him against 3. Only 1:49 left. If the E2 gets on cap here in 9 seconds, he can still win by himself. 135 is the magic number. Once it hits 134, he can't cap by himself, and there we are. The E2 can no longer win by capping. He'd have to have help. So now he just has to basically stay alive. Fun to hunt Artie, but you want to stay alive. Ooh, and there's the other, you don't die. Ah, he misses, now he's dead. The E2 is capping, apparently unaware that there's no way he can cap and win. Bam. Now he just hide. 54 seconds left. 74 seconds needed to cap, so don't go try to kill him. Just, boy, I'd be behind a rock and just doing nothing. He apparently wants more damage and another kill, but man, I would not touch this. I'd just take the win. Oh, now he came off cap. I think he realized that he can't cap. His teammates are probably yelling at him, dude, you can't cap. Go find him. All the more reason to hide. But be careful, that's splitting the rock. So he wants to shoot it out and gets the kill. Creative35 garners 1,612 damage and 5 kills. 73 of 108 shooting, that's 68%, and 1,260 spotting damage with 7 spots. Earned 22,171 credits. And also earned 2,075 XP, survived the fight, got a high caliber, and then spotter, fighter, duelist, and fire for effect and bruiser mini medals gives him a battle score of 2,130, which puts him into 11th place on the VK1602 list. He kind of moved around a little bit in the beginning up in this area, got some spots, didn't have a set location to go, was just kind of periodically roaming around. And then once the fight got more underway, he moved up to here and got in a bush and was able to spot down this corridor and let his M4 shoot the people as they appeared. Unfortunately, the M4 got impatient and moved forward and got killed. It would have been a less closer fight had the M4 stayed in his position and be willing to work with Creative35 spots. But he put them in a bad situation. They almost paid the price for it. Man, if you're sitting there comfortably with nobody seeing you, able to shoot at tanks because your scout's spotting for you, have the brains to stay there until it's time to leave because of pressure from the enemy. And if they never pressure you, just keep staying there and keep taking the shots and keep racking up damage and hurting the enemy team and helping yours. Don't go off solo by yourself like that. Ahead of the scout. Makes no sense at all. He ended up dying for it. Creative35 had to take some good moves at the end to preserve a fight, and then he went for the kill at the end. I personally wouldn't have done it. He's probably figuring, hey, I have full health. I can handle a hit from the guy, but you can't handle getting an ammo rack. If they get the lucky shot that kills your ammo rack and you blow up and catch on fire, you lose the battle. So why risk it? If you don't risk it, you can't lose. It's just a matter of personal choice. If you want to go for the kills, go for the kills, but just realize you are going to have a few battles in there where the unlikely happens and you're going to lose a battle that you had in the bag. From Karelia Assault Defense. Spotting for his team, racking up some good kills himself. Happy hunting.